All right, we're here with a quick concoction. We're going to start off. It's going to be in a few parts. Basically, this is what I do with ground venison. It works with ground beef. I don't think it would work really well with ground pork. First thing I do is I just take a little bit of sesame oil because that adds a really nice taste. This will be spicy. This is not a spicy oil, but this is going to be a spicy meal. If you just leave the serrano peppers out, it will not be spicy. Fresh ground yellow onion. Put in about that much. Then some garlic. I'm being lazy today. As you can see, I'm lazy a lot. I'm going to put in about 2 tablespoons of that. I let that start cooking. And then here's the exciting part. At the beginning, one of the things I started in the pandemic is growing my own peppers. I had a jalapeno that, well, to say it was lackluster would be an understatement. But here we have my first serrano. I already took a taste, but I'll do another taste as my water close. It was really, really, really good. So we're going to cut these up, and while the onions and the garlic are sort of softening, and you want to let the onions just start to get a little bit soft, you want to cut the tops off. I usually do this until I start growing my own with the serranos from HEB, but I got a little frustrated because the temperature on them was all over the place. Sometimes it would be really hot, other times it would just be sort of hot. You can see these are bright and green. This will be a nice toasty meal. If you do not like spicy, this is just as good without, oops, I'm trying not to get them all over the floor while we're doing this. I'm going to get my little cheater thing because I don't have the right knife out. I definitely do not want Gabby to find that. I will be right back. I can put them in like this, but they'll be a little bit big. Just get your little Pampered Chef little mincer thing. Put them in here. This helps to spread out the flavor more throughout. And I usually wait until after this has been done. Cook for a little bit. See how easy that makes that? So stir this up. And when this gets just a little bit cooked, we will add the peppers, and then we'll add the meat. So, we'll be right back when this is ready. Alright, look at the onions, look how they've got nice and soft. Then we take this and we add it. Again, this will not be for the faint of heart. This may be one. We're going to use 1 pound of ground venison, but it might end up being 2 pounds if this turns out to be as hot as I think it might be. So we're going to let this get hot for a little bit. Let some of the oil from the peppers come out. And I just thought this in the microwave. So the edges get a little bit cooked sometimes. Doesn't ever seem to make a difference as long as you break it all up. Take it out. Nice and lean. I let it, pour the blood in there. Throw this away or your dog will find it. You have to look in the dog. So, we'll let this sit for a second. We'll let this sort of cook on top of the peppers. And then when the meat's hot, then we'll just brown the meat, which is just, everybody knows how to do that. We will be back with step number whatever it is. Be right back. Alright, I either use fire roasted, chipotle, Mexican. I have all different ones of these that I use. I felt like chipotle today, so I just pour this in. I like to say we're done, but not quite. So, this is a very dry mixture so far, so it won't need to cook that long, but I usually cook most the extra water out, let all the flavors soak, so I usually let it cook for anywhere from 10 to 25 minutes, depending on, see that the fluids that are there, to cook a lot of that away, but there's not much here, so I'll probably let this go until everything's basically warm. So, we'll be right back for our taste testing. All right, final touches. Should look about like this, bubbling away. Again, another exact measurement of pepper. I did take a little taste and it just needed some more oomph. It may not be as spicy as I thought it was going to be. And of course, salt. I always wait till the salt for the end because you never know how much salt the tomatoes are going to add. So do a little like that. We'll stir it all in. Oh, it smells good. So we're going to let this cool a little bit, and then we will be back with a sampling. And we have a guest here that might do an online sampling to see if it's good or not. All right, we'll be right back with the sampling once this cools a little bit. Anybody who knows me, my main taste tester is Marshall. He's a founding member of Stan. If you really know us, you'll know what that means. We might do a video on Stan sometime. What do you think?
Had to be in April.
In April, that's the feast day. Yeah. So what do you think?
Pretty hot. But good. Pretty hot.
Temperature-wise, hot.
No.
Spicy?
Mm-hmm.
I think you got the spicier one. Well, really good, really quick, really easy. So just a little bit of onion, a little bit of garlic, add your ground meat. I used venison. Brown it all up. You can leave the peppers out if you don't like the spicy. Use different peppers. I wouldn't use anything more than a serrano because you want to get it to spread all around. You could go down to a jalapeno or poblano. And the other thing I sometimes do with this, I'll take a lot of those colorful peppers to give color to it, and I forgot to do that tonight, and just add that. We'll do that another time, maybe when we do our shepherd's pie.
How many serranos did you put in this?
I think about 4. We'd have to look at the video. 4 or 5.
4 to a pound.
So these are my freshly grown ones, so there you go. Look at the video. That's all I do, and it's really good. Have a great day, and happy Holy Eats.